really guys are getting better. And one of the things we talked about, I think the guys have had a really, really hard time with. I try to be honest with you guys about what's happening. I'm telling you, if you've been out here, you see that the expectations are not what they were last year. You see at the end of practice, Will Sutton up down and Carl Bradford up down. We're coaching the best players harder than we did last year. And one of the things that we're doing, we're putting them in situations where they actually did it right, and they're having to do up downs for 100 yards because the unit didn't get it right. Right? It's all about the unit and how they're playing. And I think that the guys are starting to understand that. And let me tell you now, they're pretty tough. But they've been fighting pretty hard. You know what I'm saying? But I think today was a day where I really started to see some maturity. We worked really, really steady throughout the whole day. You know what I'm saying? I had to struggle to find things to yell about today. So, good day today.
You mentioned Cody Kaminsky yesterday, and it seems like the last 2 years, I mean, he always goes comes out of spring and like, well, maybe Mo Latu will battle him for that position, or maybe this year was Kelly, but he always seems to come out with that.
I thought this summer.
Yeah.
Really. I thought that this summer after going through the spring and seeing Nick and then seeing how much bigger and stronger Nick had gotten. I think Cody Kaminsky and Gannon Conaway are the two most improved players on this football team other than DJ Foster. DJ Foster's really, he was really good. Now he's really, really good. So, and I think that's what it's all about. That's what should happen. That should happen in your program, So, but Cody's a guy that's close to being in that jersey on offense. And I think very, very deserving. He's always the guy that's rallying the troops over there. And I think we got good leadership with him and Fink, and then Jamil's coming along as well. And V is just quietly gotten better and better and better. And Salka's really stepped up, I think, doing well. And Evan looks like he's doing some pretty good up-downs right there. It's pretty impressive.
You've obviously talked about Taylor's leadership too. How impressive has it been, the kind of the ownership he's taken to that offense, saying it's his offense as opposed to the offense? Yeah,
and he has, but our standard for him needs to rise. He threw an interception to start off practice yesterday that can't happen, and we're challenging him in that regard. But his leadership has been at a different level. I think, but you have to have that. I mean, we have a quarterback that I think everybody out here respects, and that's not a one-day evaluation. That's not a one-time evaluation. That's an everyday evaluation. And so he's earned that. I mean, he's no doubt. First guy who said, "Coach, who do you think's the captain?" Taylor Kelly. No question about it.
Florence got back out there today. How do you look?
I didn't see him. Did you see him? What did you think?
I didn't see much of him. I got kicked
out
a little early.
You did? What the hell happened? You got kicked out? What's happened? Yeah, he kicked you out early?
A little bit. Never complained about Coach.
But no, it's just going to be. I mean, we can't. It's going to be slow going. That's what I tell you.
Obviously, I'm again with Taylor, but there's a lot of good quarterbacks in the Pac-12, especially this season. Where do you feel like he stands among the teams you're going to go up against, the teams in the conference?
I wouldn't trade him for anybody. I think that if you ask me just my opinion, what I think, who the best quarterbacks in the league are, I would Mariota at Oregon and Taylor would be the two I think are the best. And then you got to talk about the kid from Stanford and Huntley at UCLA. I think those are probably the four top guys. If I was looking at quarterbacks, and I wouldn't trade our guy for any of them.
Joe Morris do a little bit more today?
Joe Morris is rolling, yeah. He's doing good. Sorry about that. I like to ninja those things.
How do you
Joe looked good. I seen him during special teams. That's what I'm excited about. I'm excited we got a guy that's a physical, tough guy at wide receiver. And Jalen's doing a really good job on special teams as well. So but Joe will be a guy that I think will factor in there at that 5 spot. You got EJ, you got Joe, and you got Ozier. Man, that's good. That's some depth right there at that position. And then obviously we got to get Cam going. I hope he did more than he did yesterday, because you got Jalen and Cam out there at that 9-man spot. So with Smith at the playing 9 and some 2-man. So our receiving core, I feel pretty good about it.
Carlos Mendoza was wearing green today after his banging his knee up yesterday, but he did go through drills. How do you look, and do you think he'll be able to play with them?
I think so. I think he'll be fine. It was nothing major. He just had a little bone bruise, I think is what they told me, if I'm remembering right. Nothing major.
Free safety competition, is it still
Yeah, I
Nelson
think obviously Damaris is real close from being. He should be limited. He's doing a lot of limited reps right now, and then he'll be full next week. So you got Robert, Eliu, and then Damaris there. And then I like that we worked Robert there because I think Robert's probably our next best bandit because our bandit's got to be a man cover guy. So and then he's also out there. I really appreciate Robert. He's been really unselfish because you know. Yeah, he's a guy that needs to be on the field. If he's not starting a safety, he's going to be playing at field corner. So him and Lloyd and Irabor's practice unbelievable. He's been really, really solid. And but I don't know. Right now, if we started and played today, I don't know. You might ask Coach Ball, but I think it would be probably Liu or Robert, obviously. And then we do think Damaris in the meetings is really sharp and stuff. We just hadn't seen enough of him to figure out where we're at.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Todd.